My name is Justin, and this is Ryan, and he's my right-hand man, and my sidekick. And we're in a band together. Not that kind of band! The kind of band that has performed thousands of shows all over the world, including 3,000 shows on the Las Vegas Strip. Not that kind of Vegas, this kind of Vegas. Now we turn our attention to doing good in the world, spreading our love, and inspiring others. So, welcome. Welcome to our world of chaos
and kindness.
You were late. Welcome to the Colonial Theater in Keene, New Hampshire. And today, you at home are getting a sneak peek at behind the scenes. Everyone knows what happens when the curtain goes up and the lights come on. But what takes place behind those curtains as we prep for the shows? Of course, that journey starts months prior as we write one of the greatest shows in the world. But how do we make it become a reality and make the crowd go wild? You're about to find out. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's go inside and rock this thing. So the normal process of setting up a show takes about 5 hours. From the time the truck arrives until the time we are ready for the show, you have to start by getting all the rigging done. So it takes a while to get all the lights in place, get the stage marked. Then they have to bring the multimedia screens, which are not only very large, super expensive. So you have to be really careful and take your time with those.
And then it's gotta go rotate. This side right here is the top.
Oh yeah, it takes 2 hours to set up this video, so we'll see.
I want to say about 100 panels for these LED screens. So we have truss systems, all of the sound. So we have marathon sound, running all the sound and lights. You have movers, a lot of electricity, and a lot of production pieces.
It's typically about a 6-hour setup from the time we arrive. We arrive before the video wall, so we try to get upstage and mid-stage lighting and PA all built before video comes in and before the giant R and the P.
The R and the P are almost the heaviest things that we have in our show now. They weigh hundreds of pounds, completely filled with lights. And in the back we have extension cords, we have power strips, and they only come apart a little bit, so you're dealing with these huge pieces.
This is R.
Okay.
That one says P on it right there. And this one says R.
All right.
They're so heavy that a lot of these venues can't put them on their fly bars.
Sorry to stop your bedding. We're gonna hang one of the other side. Stainless letter on the wall for now.
So in order to keep the balance so this bar doesn't tip to one side, we have to put the letters on one at a time. So we have to kind of put the top piece to that P and the top piece to this R instead of putting the entire R together or the entire P together. Because if you did that, one side would be completely lopsided and the bar will just flip because it's so heavy.
It's a lot of deep sounding drum inputs that we spend a lot of time on. We want a big, deep, powerful show. We don't want to hurt people's ears, so it's loud and then it's soft and then it's loud and then it's soft, but it's a very enjoyable show to come to.
When you call Recycled Percussion, your whole show is drums. So you've got a microphone on every single drum, then you've got production features, you've got like an entire fence filled with like probably 25 different drums on it. Tiny bit lower, good, right there. Then we have another section of drums for the drum cadence, plus the ladders, plus the weed whackers, plus just like a bunch of random stuff. So we end up with about 20 different channels for drums.
I can do the rest of it after, but I gotta get this thing sound checked and curtain in. Let's go.
We basically hit each drum, make sure it sounds good. If it sounds good to the audience, we're happy.
Thank you.
But if it sounds good to us on stage as well, that's even better. So we have almost as many speakers on stage so we can hear the drums. We call them drums. They're really just like laundry baskets and 5-gallon buckets and stuff. But once you mic them up, they sound like drums. They sound amazing in the audience.
What a lot of people don't realize about our style of drumming that we invented is that unlike any other drummer, we don't use our feet. So a couple things we have to do. We use our hands. So normally you would hear a bass drum, which would be a drummer's foot, but we have to do it with our hands. So I use a technique where I'm playing cymbals with my right hand, bass drum and snare with my left hand. So you get that. Normally a drummer would be. So we play some really cool. Another really cool thing is all this tape. We always get asked like, why we have so much tape. One thing, it makes the integrity of the drum a lot stronger, but the more tape you put on it, the actual difference it makes in the sound of the drums, it changes the pitch of the drum a lot. Another unique thing that we've done here and invented. And if you want to look, you'll see here, our drums are a metal folding chair, a standard metal folding chair with a microphone in it, and a bucket that you could find like at Walmart doing laundry. And we just put it just so happens that a 30-gallon bucket fits perfectly on a chair. And then you can push it down and you have a bass drum. And then the snare is a 5-gallon bucket. And what's really cool with the tunes, you can always get these different tones from the drums. So you hit the drum in different places. Here's the side, here's the middle, here's a rim shot, roll, so you get some metal, so you get the. So really cool, all kinds of ways you can make noise. The only thing that we use that's not recycled is our cymbals. Can't make recycled cymbals and make them sound that good. So we basically have a hi-hat and a kick snare. And that's how you build a recycled percussion drum kit. Coming up after the break.
You know, there are unfortunate things they do. They found out this tour that I'm really ticklish.
Ring, ding, 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 ding. Welcome to the Colonial Theater in Keene, New Hampshire. And today, you at home are getting a sneak peek at behind the scenes. Everyone knows what happens when the curtain goes up and the lights come on. What takes place behind those curtains?
Yeah, just unload everything mid-stage.
There's this new part that we call yoga balls. I spent multiple nights painting them with UV paint so they glow under a black light. It's pretty cool. However, I learned that if you don't stir the paint correctly, it goes on and it dries with a sticky film. So the balls have just been collecting dust, collecting stage residue. Yeah, look at it. This is supposed to be white. This is supposed to be white. This time I stirred it the right way, so we should be good. Can't wait for that part.
We had kind of a wacky idea to use shopping carts in our show, so our good friends at Lowe's provided us with some pretty awesome shopping carts. Take a look at these things right here. This is the Lowe's Special, okay? They fit perfectly within each other. They're the perfect height, so we can jump in and out of them. They're plastic, so they don't hurt us when they run into us. They're a little bit flexible, but they also have this nice metallic frame to them, so they stay sturdy when we need them to be sturdy. So what we had to do, in order to have the choreography match our ideas, we had to take off the backs of the shopping cart. So they don't have a back because we need to be able to get in and out of these things in all these different creative ways. So we had to take like a mallet and just slam these things off with force, with malice force. Mallets, we used malice force. We used malice force with the mallets to get the backs off, okay? That's what we did.
So here you got blenders. Each blender's filled differently to make a different tune, depending on how much is filled up. I usually come in, make sure they're filled up, not frozen from the weather. Get them on the table lined up just right. Make sure they work, turn them all on, test the blenders out, get them smoothie ready, and voila. You got a hit.
Just want to reiterate, if you're in the balcony, when do you come down? What's going on? We have, these kids come in every single night performing, just to add a little something different, give kids an opportunity to perform in front of the big crowds, big stage. We're just waiting for this dance troupe to kind of go through their sets right now. There's some audience participation in the show, and the kids kind of help out during a dance party right before they come on. So what they do is they throw some sheets behind them, some fabric, and it's crazy.
It's a great show to be a part of, and you know, the guys are a blast. You know, there are unfortunate things they do sometimes. They found out this past tour, they found out this tour that I'm really ticklish.
Let's ring ding some people. We'll start with Brian. Ring ding 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 ding.
So that's not enjoyable.
Ring ding 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 ding. Ring ding 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 ding.
But other than that, it's an enjoyable show.
The most critical decision of the night is what pair of shoes to wear. This is my little collection, and this is all based on the kind of pants you wear. So a lot of thought goes into this. Tonight I'm gonna wear some green spandexy pants. Black is good with green, right Ryan?
Oh yeah, dude.
These are pretty dope though. These look cool.
You look like a unicorn.
These look good on stage with the lighting. These are nice. I haven't worn the gold one. I've only worn one gold one. Not flashy enough. This is a good match. I just feel like rock and roll. Oh. Did you show these vests off, Ryan?
Not only do we look like royalty in these things, but we also look a little bit like a chicken. Now the secret to these things is that they're little LED lights built into the suits. So you go from looking like a chicken to looking like a chicken with lights inside.
All right, guys, Boston in 2. Boston in 2. Let's go, boys.
About 45 minutes till showtime. I get hyped up every time. I still get butterflies, you know, until I get out there. But so this is my first tour back since the accident, since the leg break. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go out there, rip it every show, give it my all, leave my heart out there, take my legs with me, hopefully.
All right, guys, Boston in 2.
So,
So stupid.
recently I've had a, I don't know why, but a fear of the 12-foot ladder. It's really high. And the jump, sometimes it hurts my knees, and I just don't like the feeling. So they got a new ladder for me, and it's not embarrassing. Oh. Hold the back. He's not holding the back. He's not holding it. Hold it. And I'm gonna go up, and then be just fine. Gonna be just fine. You're just fine. In the show, I'll play drums on it while I'm doing this. But for now, nope. Okay, and that's thank you about the ladder.
One of the most important things before every show is to take a nice, comfortable nap. Roy! Just every cop the same word. Winnisquam.
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 When did you go? Let me see if I get this stick into the green bucket from here, sitting down. Oh. Close, oh, close. I can do it standing up, maybe.
Our house, like all the picture frames and stuff, it's Gorilla Tape. Everything. Just you do this, just like this. You wanna hang up a picture frame in your house? You do this. Stick it on the back. That's it. And it sticks. It lasts at least 3 days. Heck yeah. Yeah. Ready?